The Dudleys versus the Hardys. This was billed at the time. I don't know if it was billed on the day, but it's the greatest tag team match of all time. And it was TLC for the TNA tag team titles. The Hardy Boys were the incumbent champions and still are because they won. This was it wasn't a TLC match, it was a tables match, excuse me. So the way you won was you have to offensively put both of your opponents through a table. First person to do so wins the match, and the Hardys triumphed. The Dudley Boys have also officially retired. Now, you watch the match, you watch the post-match shenanigans, and I'm going to give a spoiler to everybody out there. I mentioned this to Dutch before we recorded it, and you went, you weren't that high on it at all. So what do you think of the match?
Well, were you familiar with their matches before?
Oh, of course I was, yeah.
Well, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. They threw it all together, and that's what they came up with. Good match. I think these guys could do this match in their sleep because they've done it so many times. And see, these guys trust each other. They know each other's moves. And I mean, I would have been highly, not disappointed, but I would be highly surprised if this match didn't even approach some of their matches from the past. They've had some great matches, and a lot of hard work went into it.
It was slow. I mean, I know they're old and everything, but that's the one thing that I thought was like it was slow motion, especially at the end.
Well, they're older now, so, and hey, one of them could. How old is Jeff? He's not the oldest one in that group, right?
No, Matt's older. I think the average age is 50
how old is he,
plus.
is what I'm saying.
They're all hovering around 50 or maybe a bit over 50.
Okay. And just to think, at 50 years old, they're still in the ring doing this stuff. And I think the fans really appreciated this effort. You know, a lot of times wrestlers tell you, well, I do it for the money. Some of them do. Of course, if you made more money than what you need, they do it because they love wrestling. They love the sport. They love the activity, and the fans love to see them do it. How long do you think Bubba has been in pro wrestling?
Oh, since the early 90s. I think he's the oldest. Bubba's 54, Devon's 53, and had a series of strokes and whatever else terrible health events he's had recently. Matt is 51, and where the heck is Jeff? And Jeff is 48. So the average age is like 51, 52.
So Jeff is the baby.
Yeah.
He's the baby of the bunch.
I'll tell you what, all four of them actually look really good.
Yeah,
I thought they've all aged well. So it didn't look like a bunch of senior citizens running out there or anything. So it was good.
Do you remember this? I think Matt was working with, it was some kind of a ladder match. And he took some bump and it looked like it killed him. What was the guy's name he was working with?
He's done a million ladder matches.
But
like Edge, or which company we talking about?
Not Edge. He was like you would know the name right off the bat. Like he had a Spanish name.
Are we talking Guerrero? Like AEW, Sammy Guevara kind of thing?
Guevara, right. But you remember the move he did? It looked like they messed something up and he took this bump. They were like in the car lot of a building.
Yeah, it was like a stadium stampede thing, wasn't it? And Matt ended up giving himself a concussion on the floor, maybe.
And the doctor ran over there and checked him out, but he continued the match. You know, that's what I like about this show, that we're, especially me, I'm always so accurate when I'm describing something. I'm saying, yeah, they was in this car park. Something like this, and he was with that guy. No, not him, it's somebody else. But anyway, I kind of know what I'm talking about anyway. But Matt is 54.
No, Matt's 51. Jeff is 48. Bubba's 54. Devon's 53. I'll just go through the very basics. Jeff gets put through a table first with the 3D. Devon then gets put through a table when Jeff dives off the top of the ladder in the aisleway onto some tables. And then Bubba Ray gets hit with chairs. I think this is the bit where it kind of slowed up because I wasn't understanding it. I think the audience got quite quiet as well. Is that Jeff hits Bubba in the back, then Matt hits Bubba in the back, or vice versa. It doesn't matter. And then Bubba's sort of like posting up very slowly on a table. And then he just turns around to the Hardys and basically says, just put me through a table and end my misery. Which they do. And then it takes about 10 minutes of post-match where they eventually hug and Bubba and Devon give them the boots as a sign of retirement and respect, I guess.
You know, I'm going to have to say this. I was kind of very uncomfortable with one of the ends. The ending of it is over, and they're all hugging. And they couldn't have put a half inch between them anyway. But I thought at the end, I would not have been surprised to see them kiss each other. I went, my God, this is getting a little, it almost turned into a wrestling match to a porn match. And I said, guys, don't do, but I wouldn't have been surprised. But how many matches do you think they've had together?
Oh, 100. I mean, they were even wrestling 100? Each other in TNA.
I bet they've had more than 100.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm trying to think of house shows and...
Maybe you meant to put an S on it. Hundreds.
Do you know what it is? Is that they would have only really been wrestling each other from late 99 till 2002, earliest 2002. And that's when but they weren't in the same company for most of it. It's like Team 3D ended up going TNA in like 2005. Yeah. But the Hardys, I think, only reteamed in TNA, in the 2010s.
Yeah, WWF, and then it went to WWE, of course. But when they started booking you with guys, and this is when they were running 7 days a week, you'd be with these guys possibly 3 months, 4 months, maybe longer, every night. Because you had house shows then. Every night you'd go and you do say you had a match in Tuskegee. Where is Tuskegee? You don't even know where it is, do you?
I can't even spell it.
Oklahoma. Tuskegee, Oklahoma. If you had a match in Tuskegee, which is not a very big town, but I just brought that up. Then the next night you go to Orlando. It's the same match. So when you get there, you say, what are we going to do? Same as last night. You don't even have to meet about it unless you want to change something. And you have 2 or 3 matches, you got it. So you don't got to talk anymore. So you could very well go in the dressing room playing cards or whatever you were playing. Time for your match. You're already dressed. Get up, go to your match. You come back. Thank you. Sit down. Finish the card game. Go home or go to your room.